When Elot Mazar discovered an ancient structure near Jerusalem, she turned to the Bible for clues to understand her find. What she found seemed to support the biblical accounts of King David and his son, Solomon. King Solomon is a fascinating figure, known for his vast territory and unmatched wisdom, often resolving conflicts with clarity. His grand temple is said to have stood in Jerusalem, and his legacy has lasted through history. Now, a recent and remarkable discovery by Israeli archaeologists has unearthed what is believed to be the long-lost tomb of this legendary king. What secrets did Solomon take to his grave, and what incredible artifacts were hidden in his tomb? Archaeologists have recently opened Solomon's tomb, and the findings have shocked the world. For many years, there was doubt about the existence of Solomon's tomb, with some thinking it was just a myth since no one had successfully found it. However, a team led by Elot Mazar from the Hebrew University of Jerusalem made an extraordinary discovery, locating Solomon's tomb in the city of David. Mazar was no stranger to significant archaeological findings. In 1986, she uncovered a large gatehouse near the city of David, although at that time, there wasn't enough evidence to link it to King Solomon. But in 2009, she resumed digging in the area and uncovered numerous historical layers from the First Temple period, offering new evidence that suggested the gatehouse might date back to Solomon's reign in the 10th century BCE. Why trust Dr. Mazar's findings? She was a highly respected archaeologist who followed the scientific method closely. She often said, "We must let the stones speak," and her work was praised by scholars like American lawyer Hochul Shanks, who emphasized her competence and professionalism. Mazar was unique in her approach by combining biblical narratives with her archaeological work, something many of her peers were reluctant to do. Her findings were based on both scientific evidence and the historical texts, making her discoveries invaluable. During their excavation, Mazar's team found over 30 artifacts, including a particularly captivating bull figurine. This discovery was made even more remarkable because the team was not actually searching for Solomon's tomb, they were looking for something else entirely. They were digging in the oldest part of Jerusalem, hoping to find the palace of King David. Instead, they uncovered a massive wall, which they called the Cave of the Kings. The wall included a gatehouse, a corner tower, and a royal structure. The size of the wall was so impressive that they thought it might be part of an even grander structure like a temple or palace. Radiocarbon dating confirmed that it dated back to the time of King Solomon, making it the first time an archaeological find could match the descriptions of Solomon's buildings in Jerusalem. Mazar pointed out that there were not many other kings from the 10th century who could have built such a large structure. The Bible mentions King David, who was famous for his battle with Goliath, and his son, King Solomon, who built the first temple in Jerusalem. Other findings, such as ceramics and inscriptions, helped to further confirm the dating of the site to Solomon's era. Archaeologists also uncovered large storage vessels, figurines, and jar handles with inscriptions mentioning the king, further linking the site to Solomon's reign. This discovery is important not only because of its historical value but also because it connects the biblical account of King Solomon to tangible, physical evidence from that time. The city of David, believed to be the location of King David's palace, is one of Jerusalem's oldest districts. The area holds immense historical significance, and excavations have revealed many structures from the city's early history. Among these is Hezekiah's Tunnel, an ancient water tunnel that demonstrates the advanced engineering skills of Jerusalem's early inhabitants. It was originally attributed to King Hezekiah, but recent discoveries suggest it could be even older. Other findings in the city of David, such as large stone buildings, have sparked debates about their connection to King David and Solomon. For years, archaeologists have struggled to find the royal tombs of Solomon and his successors. One reason for this is that the city of David is vast, and much of it has not been fully excavated. Additionally, the city has undergone centuries of conflict and rebuilding, which could have buried or destroyed ancient tombs. Despite these challenges, archaeologists have continued their search, recognizing that discovering these tombs would provide valuable insights into the governance and culture of ancient Israel. Before Dr. Mazar's groundbreaking discovery, many speculated about where Solomon's tomb might be located. Some thought it was beneath the Temple Mount, a site considered sacred in Judaism, Christianity, and Islam. However, extensive archaeological digging in this area has been limited due to religious restrictions. The idea that Solomon's tomb might lie beneath the Temple Mount remains speculative because no conclusive evidence has been found. Some ancient texts suggest that royal tombs could be near the Temple Mount, further fueling the belief that Solomon might be buried there. Another theory suggests that Solomon's body could have been taken to Ethiopia, where traditions claim to have relics related to him, such as his crown and throne. There is also speculation that Solomon may not have been buried at all, but that his body was destroyed or cremated. The mystery surrounding Solomon's final resting place continues to captivate scholars and archaeologists alike. In addition to Solomon's tomb, another hidden place of mystery is Zedekiah's cave, also known as Solomon's Quarries. This vast limestone quarry beneath Jerusalem's old city has been a site of fascination for centuries. It is said that King Zedekiah, the last king of Judah, hid there during the Babylonian siege of Jerusalem. The cave, which stretches over 5 city blocks, holds a rich history and is a reminder of the many secrets that Jerusalem holds beneath its streets. Despite the challenges and ongoing debates, the recent discoveries in the city of David have provided invaluable insights into Jerusalem's ancient past, offering a deeper understanding of the biblical and historical narratives that have shaped the city for thousands of years. A miraculous event once took place when God sent a deer running above the ground, leading the soldiers chasing Zedekiah to the exit of a cave just as he was coming out. This allowed the soldiers to capture him and blind him. This chilling tale adds to the cave's mystery, and its connection to the Freemasons has sparked even more curiosity. The Freemasons view Zedekiah's cave as a sacred site, believing it was a meeting place for the Knights Templar. They think the cave holds hidden symbols and codes, but there is no concrete evidence to support this theory. Today, Zedekiah's cave is a popular tourist destination. Guided tours take visitors through its large halls and narrow passages. Modern renovations and an audiovisual show make the experience even better, allowing people to imagine the cave's busy past. The cave was once a quarry used for materials in the construction of King Solomon's first temple and other grand buildings in Jerusalem. Before recent discoveries, archaeologists and scholars had various theories about the location of Solomon's tomb. Some suggested Mount Zion, a hill in Jerusalem connected to the city of David, as the possible site. However, this idea came from a misunderstanding. The widely accepted belief that King David was buried on Mount Zion is incorrect. In reality, King David's tomb is located in the southeastern part of Jerusalem's old city, south of the Temple Mount, in an area known today as the City of David. According to the Bible, in 1 Kings 2 verse 10, King David died and was buried in the City of David, a city that he conquered and made his capital. After David's death, his son Solomon succeeded him on the throne. The confusion about the location of David's tomb began during the Middle Ages, when Byzantine pilgrims mistakenly thought that the hill south of today's old city was part of ancient Jerusalem and called it Mount Zion. However, David's city was on a lower hill, which became the City of David and included Jerusalem for over 200 years. As time passed, Mount Zion became part of the city, and the mistaken belief about David's burial site spread. In the 2nd century CE, when Jerusalem was destroyed and Jews were exiled, the true location of King David's tomb was forgotten. The Bible provides a clue, saying that King David, along with his son Solomon and later kings of Judah, was buried in the City of David. In 1913, French archaeologist Raymond W. excavated the City of David and believed he found the tombs of ancient Jerusalem's kings. Some scholars disagreed, but archaeologist Jeff Zaw suggests that Raymond might have been right, even though historians like Josephus believe David's tomb was on Mount Zion. Jeff Zaw's theory proposes that 2 quarry tunnels in the City of David may have once held the remains of ancient kings. In the 19th century, diplomat Charles Claremont-Gann suggested that the path of Hezekiah's tunnel was designed to avoid disturbing these royal tombs. In 1913 and in later years, Raymond W. led excavations that uncovered ancient walls, pools, and a circular tower. Most importantly, he identified 9 rock-cut features believed to be tombs of Old Testament kings. After hearing these theories, some believe that Solomon's tomb was hidden to protect it from thieves and invaders, a common practice for royal burials in ancient times. Some theories suggest that Solomon's tomb might be in a secret location outside the traditional City of David, possibly for political or religious reasons. There is also the legendary Seal of Solomon, or the Ring of Solomon. This ring, often depicted as a pentagram or hexagram, is said to have been worn by King Solomon and believed to have given him control over supernatural beings and animals. The 1st-century historian Josephus and other Jewish texts mention the ring. The tomb of the kings in Jerusalem, which was thought to be the burial place of David and Solomon, is now open to the public. While this has been proven incorrect, the name remains. These tombs, built in the 1st century CE, have been used for many years. The French archaeologist Louis Félicien Douay first excavated the site in 1863, hoping to confirm that the tombs belonged to David and Solomon. This excavation is considered one of the first modern archaeological digs in Jerusalem. Douay uncovered several coffins, one of which is now in the Louvre Museum in Paris, with inscriptions reading Sadan the Queen and Sada the Queen. This rich history, full of legends and discoveries, makes the story of Solomon's tomb fascinating. In a dimly lit chamber, Dr. Jonathan Hayes, a renowned archaeologist, and his team examined King Solomon's tomb. They found a crown with sapphires resting atop his skull and artifacts with intricate carvings that told of Solomon's wisdom and victories. One scroll, remarkably preserved, contained Solomon's thoughts on justice and governance. This discovery could change how we view Solomon's reign and offer insights into ancient kingdoms. In addition to these discoveries, some artifacts in the city of David provide clues about where Solomon's tomb might be. These artifacts include seals with names from Solomon's era. A bulla, a small token used to authenticate documents in ancient times, was found, as well as seals made from clay and lead. These findings suggest a well-organized society with advanced artistic techniques. If Solomon's tomb is found, it could confirm the biblical accounts and offer valuable insights into the ancient Israelite monarchy. Historians and scholars from all over the world would be eager to study these discoveries. However, finding Solomon's tomb is challenging due to the rugged terrain and ongoing political instability in the region. Local conflicts and territorial disputes may hinder archaeological efforts, making it difficult to conduct thorough investigations. Despite these obstacles, the search for Solomon's tomb continues to captivate people interested in Jerusalem's rich history. Recent archaeological findings in the city of David have caused a stir among scholars. Artifacts like historic seals and clay impressions bearing the names of biblical kings have renewed interest in ancient Israelite history. These discoveries challenge long-standing doubts about the existence of figures like Solomon. For example, excavations in Megiddo, linked to the biblical story of Armageddon, have uncovered evidence that suggests Solomon's stables might have existed, though no horse bones have been found. Further excavations have also found ancient copper mining in nearby Jordan, possibly linking it to Solomon's reign. Some critics question the biblical accounts of Solomon, including his claim of 700 wives and 1,400 chariots, as they seem exaggerated. For example, while the Bible says Pharaoh Shishak invaded Israel and ransacked Jerusalem, the speed of the invasion suggests that Israel's military strength may have been exaggerated. Despite these controversies, the search for Solomon's tomb and the study of his reign continue to fascinate people. The recent discoveries of seals and other artifacts in the city of David only add to the intrigue, prompting new questions about the legendary king's legacy. What other secrets could these discoveries reveal about ancient history and biblical narratives? Only time will tell.